I just got done watching Death of a Unicorn. Today I'm gonna give you my thoughts! Hey, how you doing? My name is Movie Boy, and today I just watched Death of a Unicorn. So first things first, I feel like we should get the elephant out of the room. The unicorns themselves. They looked very good. In pretty much every shot but one, the unicorns looked realistic, honestly. And I know some people think, oh, they shouldn't look realistic. They looked like realistic, down-to-earth, could actually exist horror monsters. Well, you know, except for the baby unicorn, but we're not gonna get into that. I do like the acting in this movie. I particularly think that the combination of Paul Rudd, Jenna Ortega, and Will Poulter was really, really good. I thought that was very well done. I liked the cinematography a whole lot. I liked the lighting a whole lot, especially the world just felt so vibrant, despite the fact that pretty much the whole movie takes place in a house or on some property surrounding the house. I still thought it looked really, really good. As far as the story goes, I like the father-daughter dynamic that Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega have. I think that was done very well, executed well, and pretty believably in a not horribly cheesy way. But I need to talk about the story. Because yes, the acting is great. Yes, the CGI is pretty great. Yes, the lighting and cinematography is pretty great. But I can't ignore the story. So, the story is not as creative and as wild with the unicorns as I would have liked it to be. Now, that's not me saying that the violence wasn't particularly done well, because the unicorns do have some pretty cool kills in this thing. But I wish, particularly in the end, because it was very, very compelling for the first 2/3. And this is not me saying, by the way, this is not like me taking an actual crap on the third act. The third act was fine, but considering the fact that the first act and the second act were both really, really good and very, very entertaining, the third act felt a little bit like a letdown, and that was a shame because I was really, really hoping it was building to something really cool or awesome at the end. Again, that's not me saying the third act is bad or that you shouldn't see it because of the third act. You may love the third act. You may think that it builds excellently into the third act and that it resolves perfectly, which it really doesn't resolve perfectly, and that's kind of stinking annoying. You may think that it resolves perfectly, and that's fine. It's okay to be wrong, but I just wish that the ending was a bit more conclusive. This is a completely spoiler-free review, by the way. I'm not going to spoil anything, but for those of you who have seen it, I think you will agree with me that it did not exactly end how I expected it to end. And even that may be saying a little bit too much, but I feel like I didn't spoil anything with that, so all I'm saying is that. I enjoyed it. I'm still kind of collecting my thoughts on it from a thing or two. So I like to give 3 ratings for things. I like to give my TCAS rating, which is my technique, cinematography, audio, and story rating. I like to give my enjoyment/entertainment rating, and then I like to give my overall rating, which is kind of a blend of the 2 ratings together. And my TCAS rating for this, I would probably have to give it like a 7 or a 7.5. And my enjoyment/entertainment rating, I would also give a 7 or a 7.5, just because I did quite enjoy this. I enjoyed it about as much as I thought it would, which is a little weird to say. I'm usually always overwhelmed by something or underwhelmed by something, but I was perfectly whelmed by this movie. I would not say there was anything that's not true. There were some incredibly surprising things, but I was not particularly floored by this movie like I was hoping I would be, but not necessarily expecting I would be, if that makes sense. And as for my overall rating, I would probably overall give this a 7 out of 10. It is worth the money to see in theaters. I think it'll be a good, funny theater experience if you haven't been to the theaters in a while, or if you're looking for something original to get your butt in a theater seat. That is one thing I liked. is that this was an original movie. I've never seen anything like this. I can confirm that. But if you've seen Death of a Unicorn, let me know your thoughts on it in the comments down below. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you stinking think it was terrible and that the unicorn CGI was bad? You would be wrong, by the way, in that opinion. In my objectively correct opinion, you would be wrong. But please let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this review, and thank you all so much for watching this review. If you're still watching up to this point, I absolutely love you. Thank you all so much for watching this review. Watch my review of Mickey17 over here. You can subscribe over here if you'd so like to do. Oh, there's a bug!